So the year was 2013, and me and my college baseball team, the HBU Huskies, now called the HCU Huskies, were stuck up in the press box on the second story on a stormy afternoon just like this one, and we were waiting for our coaches and the coaches of Utah Valley University to decide whether or not we were going to finish the game and whether or not we were going to finish the series. If you'd asked any of us, we would have said not a chance, because the only reason we got to the press box on the second floor is because we had to swim there. We pulled the tarp when it started raining, and it continued raining and would not stop, and it got harder and harder to where by the time we were swimming, the platform that we used to pitch off of for BP, the one made out of steel and wood with rubber tires, had floated from right field all the way to center field, along with a bunch of other field equipment. It looked like a mass migration on the water, just all these floating objects. It was insane. And so by the time we swam across and got up to the press box, we're standing around, we're drenched, we're packed into this tight space, and we're almost at each other's throats because we did not have good chemistry up to that point. We had gotten halfway through the season. Some of us were plagued with injuries. The team had fractured into all these different cliques. If you're in college baseball, you know exactly what I'm talking about when you're on a team with bad chemistry. Anyway, we're up there for at least an hour, and then one by one, we start just telling stories. We start telling stories about wild games we played, crazy escapades we did when on the road, the wildest teammates we ever knew, crazy dates we'd been on, all these different things. And the longer time drew out, the more stories that were unwound, and the more everybody started adding on to other people's stories and commenting on them and talking a little trash and taking a little heat, the more we loosened up, the more we started laughing and cracking up and bonding. And by the time the coaches came back into the press box and said, we're not playing anymore, not for the day, but we'll see about tomorrow, by the time we had walked out of there, we had really bonded on a level that we hadn't all that year or even the year before. And it was that same team that from that moment on went on a tear to finish up the season strong, and we ended up winning the conference championship. And that wasn't the important part. What I got out of that rainy day up in the press box was the power and importance of storytelling. Your ability to spin a yarn, your ability to capture people's attention and imagination with the words you're using and how you're laying them out. And that's such a beautiful gift that